Hey, so I was thinking of some of the most important leadership qualities that exist. And I think perhaps a quality that is very underrated, I think, is emotional intelligence. Whenever I think of emotional intelligence, I think of the times where I've been speaking to somebody, perhaps a friend, colleague, or a family member, and they just, innocently say or do something that for some other reason just flips me off. That just triggers me. And I know that we've all experienced this before, right? We feel triggered, somebody said something, and we just start experiencing this rage, right? This flurry of emotions, and we just snap. We say things that we wouldn't normally say, we do things that we wouldn't normally do, and we even break things that we wouldn't normally break. And we look back on this, on these kind of instances, and we say things like, "Oh my goodness, I know what got into me." Right? We didn't even recognize that person and what they did. And I think it's such a key part of leadership when you're leading a team, even if you're leading a household. Your effectiveness as a leader is going to hinge on your ability to keep a calm, level head, to be emotionally intelligent. And so the question is, how can we become more emotionally intelligent? Emotional intelligence basically being having the ability to be aware of your emotions and others as well, and then being able to regulate your emotions, state management, and then also that of others. And I was just going through a couple of questions that I've asked myself whenever I have a trigger moment, and that is, firstly, what is this emotion? Instead of being controlled by this emotion, starting to get curious, almost stepping back and becoming inquisitive and asking, what is this emotion? And instead of saying, for example, in my mind, I'm so angry, I'm so mad, rather saying, anger, interesting. Right? As funny as that sounds, that switch, just that change can change, can be a huge, can make a huge difference. Second question is, this is the emotion at the surface, right? The surface level emotion. This is anger, but most times, whatever we're experiencing is just a secondary or even a tertiary emotion. And so we want to ask ourselves, what is the underlying emotion? And most times, right? Most times it's fear. I'm scared. And that oftentimes points to a vulnerability. It points to an experience that we've had in the past, right? Where we've perhaps been hurt, we felt scared, and that has caused that vulnerability. And so oftentimes, whenever we're triggered, it's really just indicating that we have a vulnerability. It's reminding us of something that we've experienced in the past. And so the next time you're in a situation like this, what can you do to be a little bit more emotionally intelligent? Let us know in the comments below, and see you next time.